Okay, so here's the first of the bots. It's early Sunday morning, so if I feel I sound a bit knackered, it's because I am. I've called it Simon's World Cup VAR Scalper. I'll explain why in a bit. Once you've downloaded it to your desktop and imported it into Bad Angel Guardian, then all you simply do is just stick it in the automation rules. I've got these 3 games from Japan going off in a minute, because I want to see whether I can catch a goal and show you what exactly is meant to happen with it. So if you have a little look at the rule, what it actually is designed to do, we're going to lay the overs. Now you can use it on anything. You can use it on 2-5, 1-5, 3-5. I'd suggest you use it on 2-5 for the first half and then 1-5 for the second half. It's not that subtle really, but I designed it because I thought VAR was going to get disallowed goals, and that would cause the prices to fly all over the place, but Betfair seem to have moved the goalposts on that one, so we will see on that, but never wanting to give up on a good idea. I'm going to persevere with this, and it can be used on any game you like, although I would suggest higher liquidity and better quality games will work better. So all we're going to do is lay the overs. We're going to fire it 50 times, waiting 10 seconds between each fire. We're going to do it in row 2 Betfair, which is the overs market. So if you look at the parameters, I'm doing it for a liability of £10. There's no global settings, and I'm doing it at 3 ticks above the best traverse market price. So obviously what I'm trying to do is every 10 seconds I'm firing a bet in, hoping to catch the bottom of the price. Obviously I've got place, fill or kill 5 seconds, so if the bet isn't taken in 5 seconds, it kills it, another one goes in, okay. Again, you'll see this in action if we manage to find a goal somewhere. So it's a bit sort of heavy-handed, but there we go. So if you look at the conditions, I'm looking for the lay price to be 10 ticks below what it was 30 seconds ago. So in effect, a goal's been scored. Obviously, as you can appreciate, if a goal's scored, the price drops. This can happen on red cards as well, so you do have to watch yourself a little bit, but it doesn't happen that often. Okay, I've got no match bets or no other unmatched bets in the market, so I'm just going to go in as it is. So then obviously what we will need to do after that is we need to tell it to green up, and the way I did, I'm pausing like mad doing this morning. Right, so we green up, so it's just a simple green all selections at the current market price, and the condition is it's got to be greater than £1.10. We've got a £10 bet in, so I'm trying to get 10%, and that's 10% plus commission, so I get I get a 10% straight off. And that's basically it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the video and come back. So one of these games looks like they've scored. You always know when they score because you can hear a click as the bet's firing in.
This event has been suspended.
Okay, so here now we've got a goal at, or it looks like we've got a goal at Tokushima. And let's just have a look and see what's happening. And right, so we've got a goal. Bet Angel has detected that the price has dropped, and it's now going to start firing bets in. As you can see, there's no money at all in the back price at the moment, so there's nothing to do. It can't match anything, so it's just going to keep firing now. So it's now 108, so it's going to put in 111. The next one. Okay, so now the price has gone up and it's getting a bit more stable. So the next one after this one should go in about 1.48. That's it, right. The next one's going to go in about 1.49. Let's have a look, see, it's going to get taken in a minute. We're going to get a bet on in a minute. 1.49, right, we're in for £10. Now there's another bet, as you can see, going into the market, and I'll explain that in a second. This is a peculiarity of Japan. I nearly cancelled, it didn't quite, so I've got £20 liability on this. That's alright. So now, all we're going to do now is just wait for it to green up for £1. You can see from this that I've got it set for wait for 10 seconds, but there's a 12-second delay on Japan games, so it will fire twice. That's what I say about using better quality games. More money in the market, etc, etc. But it's not a big deal. I wouldn't worry about it too much. So we're looking for somewhere around about 153, or it could also go in the unders as well with cross matching, etc. It could take it could go on either market to green me up. Although we've got two £10 in the market, it's still going to just try and green me for once it greens one, it'll try and green the other one for the same amount, because they, you know, you've still got £1 profit in the market. So let's just have another little look at this. We see we've got two bets for £20.41 on at 1.49. That's a liability of £10 on each one. They went in at 8.21. So we'll come back at the end and see how long it took us to get that that money, if we do manage to green up. Okay, so right, it's now Bet Angel. You can see it's now firing in another bet. He reckons it can green me up. Because there's such a big gap between the back price and the lay price on both the overs and the unders, it's not immediate. On World Cup it will be a lot quicker, because there won't be that gap. You've got a 10-tick gap between back price and lay price. So you can see it's trying to get me out at 284. There's 21 quid in the market, and that's our 21 quid. So if anyone wants to back unders at 2.84, it's going to be our money that they're taking. So it's only going to take a minute or so to do it, hopefully. It's boring bloody videos, isn't it? There'll be more boring ones to follow. And we're nearly there. Nearly. Come on, boy. That's it, and there we go. So they've taken, somebody's taken the 284. We're greened up for 134 there. And we'll make 134, that's without commission. And you can see there what it's done, and it's taken 5 minutes there to take the money. So obviously you don't want to use it on a game where there's likely to be hundreds of goals flying in all over the place. But you can use it on every game, so why not give it a go?